All right, there we go. So I am going to get started. Hi, Dawn. I know there was two others who were going to join us, and my husband is looking for his jacket as always. So, so thank you for joining me. Dawn, thank you for joining me live. I know you're not much of a morning person. So, and thank you for everybody else who signed up and said they needed the recording. So, I just wanted to give a little um, presentation, if you will. I'm going to try and not keep it as PowerPoint heavy as some boring lectures can be, but I do want to give you some extra information on our trip to Mizata in El Salvador. So, before I get started, one of the biggest questions that I am receiving is El Salvador safe? And that's one of the things that I asked. It's the first thing I actually asked when I was looking at this venue, and it is absolutely very safe. We will be in an area where it's just the hotel resort retreat area. They will, if you are interested, they do provide guides to bring you into the city if you want to go into the city, but it is very safe. I have been assured of that. I would not bring people someplace that is not safe. So, um, and in fact, I am going next month to do a site visit, and I absolutely feel completely comfortable going there. So, with that in mind, we're just going to move forward to our next. So for those of you who might be joining me from my mailing list, just a little bit about me. I am Cindy. I am the owner and founder of Yoga with Cindy. Um, I started out just teaching some beach yoga classes here in Long Island, and now it's moved on to full digital nomad studio, which means a lot of my offerings are online. You can join me live. You can join me on-demand video. I have workshops, digital courses that are self-paced, and of course, these destination retreats that I've started to pick up again post-COVID. We did not do one last year. As many of you know, I was in the middle of elder care with my father. So we did not have a retreat last year, but we did do one to Costa Rica 2 years ago. So we will be returning to Central America, going to El Salvador and Mizata, and I think you will enjoy what you're going to hear about this. So we will be going to Mizata. This is actually the main cabin for Mizata. It is a female-led, female-owned. The entire management team is absolutely female, so it's very much women-owned business. They're very much into mindfulness and keeping everything holistic. They have a 4.6 star rating from all of their Google reviews. That's 321 reviews at last count. They've also won 4 TripAdvisor awards based on their almost 400 reviews, and they've also been featured in the press. They have been in business since 2018, so it's there. So, what is our yoga retreat at Mizata going to be like? Well, first of all, as you can see, it is beach front. So we will be right on the beach for sunrise, for sunset. We will be having the restaurant is also beach facing. So you will always, if you love the beach, this is where to be. But it's not just you're out in the open, out in the beach. They also have these beautiful, lush, I want to say rainforest type jungle areas where you can go, where you can cool off, where there's shade available, there's hammocks. And I think it's just going to be a wonderful break from all the craziness that's going around, especially for those of us who live in cities and urban areas. So, just so we know very quickly, some of the things that we have going, we'll have daily yoga classes. So our yoga classes are going to be 2 times a day, Monday through Friday. You'll get a morning sunrise yoga session. You'll also get an evening sunset session. And in between, there'll be some workshops, optional, of course, because you know everything I do, there's no orders, there's only options. So there will be some workshops. Some of them will be just informational workshops. Some of them will be posture workshops, breathing workshops, but you definitely will get the 2 daily yoga classes with me. So it's not going to be with other teachers. They will be with me. I will be leading them every day. Every room that we will have at the retreat will be a beachfront bungalow. So you will have a view of the ocean. You will also get the chance to do exclusive experiences. We'll go through that a little bit later. And you also will have airport transfers. So you don't have to worry about getting from the airport to the retreat center. I like to share a little story that last year I did go on a retreat myself to Nicaragua, and it was a 3.5 hour drive from the airport to the retreat center, and they helped you find um, transportation, but I was kind of responsible to get there for myself. So this will be an airport transfer that is available for you. The airport is about 1 hour from the retreat center, but again, we will have a transport that will happen. And what also will happen is as people start to sign up for the retreat and we get your flight information, I'm working with an entire team that we will start putting the flights together and seeing when people are coming in, and we'll try and get a group of you going in for the shuttle, and we'll do the same thing leaving um, the retreat center. So don't have to worry about getting there at all. So here is the nitty gritty about what we are doing. That was the overview. Now we're going to start to double down on everything. So I specifically chose this week in September, September 21st, for our retreat because it is going to be in line with the autumn equinox. So even though it's going to be starting to get that change here in the Northeast, it's going to be, of course, warmer in Central America, but we're going to focus a lot on balancing. We're going to focus a lot on changing, the changing seasons. For many of us, we're in that age group where we are coming into a new season in our lives. For many of us, it might be medical, it might be physical. So we're talking about the perimenopause, the menopause, starting to get into that midlife kind of place, and you're no longer that 20, 30-year-old. You're coming into this new season. Some are coming into this empty nest season. You know, your children are grown, and maybe you've spent this entire time of your life, this big chunk of your life for many women, taking care of children. Now all of a sudden your children are grown up, they're okay. And how do you transition into this and enjoy this next part of your life? So that is really what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be connecting with nature. We're going to be just aligning with this season of transition. I know for me, just speaking personally, and I always like to share my own personal practice with everyone. As most of you know, I am a proud aunt. I love my nieces and my nephew as much as they were my own children. So I'm not a mom, I am an aunt. And my oldest niece, who is now 30 years old, is going to be having her first child. And now it's like, wow, okay, how do I go from being the cool aunt to being, the great aunt? And my sister is also coming into that, oh, okay, I'm going to be a mom now, I'm going to be a grandmother, but we're still kind of feeling young. So we'll all be going through all of our changes together. And that's why I chose autumn, because as you know, especially here in the Northeast where we have the seasons changing, many times I will say, the leaves are about to show us change can be beautiful. We love these beautiful leaves, the beautiful colors in the autumn. So this retreat is really going to focus on how beautiful this change can be in our lives. So that's what I'm hoping to do. And that's why I chose this particular time. So I wanted to give you a little bit of a sample schedule, what we will do. So as I said before, every morning we will have a sunrise yoga class. For those of you who are not early birds, sunrise in El Salvador at that time of year will be 7 a.m. So it will not be a 5 a.m. class. It'll be kind of nice 6:30-ish, 6:45-ish. We will have breakfast, then we'll have a morning workshop, most likely, unless you choose to do an individual excursion. We will have lunch, free time in the afternoon, or an afternoon workshop. Everything is scheduled to change. Everything is subject to change. I'm sorry about that. Then we will have a sunset yoga, and sunset at that time of the year is around 7 p.m. So that is a beautiful, beautiful day at the beach. And then, of course, we will have dinner. And once again, that is going to be able to change. You know, maybe we might have dinner first before we do a yoga nidra or a restorative yoga class or something. But the yoga classes, of course, will be taking place beach front. So you'll see the sunrise, you'll see the sunset. And of course, you will have enough free time to do whatever it is you want to do. So it's up to you. I think we just did this. There we go. I think I went, there we go. So, as I said, you have plenty of time. You will have plenty of time to do whatever you want in between your yoga classes and workshops. They do have a beautiful tour to their waterfall. And from what I understand, you can go in and you can swim underneath that waterfall. You can receive some sound healing. There is horseback riding on the beach. And I don't know if you can see this little picture that I have over here, but that is surfing lessons. So you can do surfing lessons if you like to. I have to be honest, I did a surfing lesson in Nicaragua, and I was just like, oh, this is requiring too much effort. I'm here to relax. So I ended up just swimming at the beach, but it is a lot of fun, and it is a lot of fun to learn how your yoga postures can help you in your surfing trips. So there's plenty to do. There's also spa services available, and for those of you who would like to come on this retreat and it is just your time, you absolutely can just sit on your hammock or sit on the beach. So that is always your option. So I want to give you a little look at what your beachfront bungalow will look like. So as you can see on the top right here, I don't know if my pointer is working. That is your beachfront view from one of the beachfront bungalows. So you'll wake up with that. There is a patio. You can have your morning coffee. Right on the patios, as you see, there's the hammock I was talking about. There is a mini bar available, a water station available. And if you look here right to the left, I don't know if my pointer is working. This is a look at what the room looks like. So you do have Wi-Fi available. And most importantly, if you see in the end is air conditioning. So all of the bungalows are air conditioned. So you have a nice, I know for me, it being in this hot tropical climate, after you've been active, yes, it's great, it's fine, but there's something really nice about coming into a nice cool room, taking your shower, and just relaxing. So again, just as it says, you have a premium king size bed and 2 day beds, and basically the accommodations will be $269 per night. And the premium king size bed and the 2 day beds are really important. Ideally, excuse me, the room can comfortably fit up to 3 people in the room. You have the king size bed, you have the two day beds. King size bed can also fit 2 people in it if you have 2 friends. So maybe you have some friends, you don't mind sharing the king size bed, 2 people have the 2 day beds. Excuse me. So that is 4 people in the room. Excuse me for clearing my throat on that one. So again, I want to bring your attention to 269 per night. There is absolutely no single supplement fee for this. So if you want this room all to yourself, you're going to pay $269 a night. That is the charge of the room. And I want to bring this up because I travel alone all the time and I usually have to pay a single supplement. So 269 per night. You get this beautiful room, private patio, Wi-Fi, mini bar, a desk, all your bathroom amenities, these beautiful beachfront views. No single supplement. I want to say that. Bring a friend, bring two, and you can all stay in this room for 269 a night. So if you come with somebody, you can do this for about 130 a night because you're splitting the cost. If you have four people, it obviously the cost goes down. If you do not want the room for yourself and you would like a cheaper price, of course, if you're willing to make new friends, we have a whole management team working behind the scenes. If you want to share rooms with someone and somebody is willing to do that and you're fine meeting new people, we can absolutely do that for you too to make it more cost effective. But I just want to stress there is no extra surcharge for a solo room where, this is the price. Whatever it is, this is the price. But we will work with you if you want to have roommates or if you want it alone. So this entire retreat will cost $3,297. And this is everything you get. You will get 6 days and 5 nights in that beachfront accommodation. You will have all your meals included. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and water, coffee, tea, and soft drinks will also be included. You will get your 2 daily yoga classes with me, sunrise and sunset, plus any workshops that will be in the that I will be running in the retreat. So they will not include any individual, anything you may book with the retreat venue itself. We'll also be doing a group beach bonfire experience on the beach at night at sunset. So we'll be doing that towards the end of the retreat, so it will include that. And this price also covers all taxes and gratuities. And the other thing I also forgot to put in there is it includes your transportation to and from the airport when you are traveling. So you get all of that for this price for $3,297. The only three things that are not included in this price is your airfare to and from El Salvador, any individual excursions or spa services you decide to book on your own, and of course, any alcoholic beverages that you choose to purchase. So what are our options? So I just kind of have to move this over a little bit, I think. So we have four options because, if you take any of my classes, I never, ever, ever, ever have orders. I always give options. So your first option is to pay in full. So if you were to pay in full today, you would get, the price is $2,967. So a nice chunk is taken off right there just for paying in full. Option two is you can make two payments. That would come 2 months. We can work on when you would want the two payments to be made. All the payments have to be done by July 31st, but we can make it into two payments where it'd be $1,647 for each payment. Option three is you put a $500 deposit down and then you make four payments of $769 over the next 4 months. And the last one would be you make a $250 deposit and you make four payments, breaking that into $839. So I'm sorry, my ADHD just went off and I saw a thing flash. So I'm sorry about that. Of course, I truly believe having this investment in you, getting away from the craziness, getting away from the constant notifications, the news, everything, just taking some time for yourself is so important. So if you need to work with me, if this is calling to you and you want to come here and you need a little help, I absolutely, absolutely will work with you to make this possible for you. So if you need 8 payments instead of 4, we can work with you on that one. So those are the 4 options that you are able to work with, and whatever you pick, we absolutely will work with you. The only one I cannot give an option for, I'm sorry, is option number 1 when you're paying in full, because that will be the least expensive option. We are giving you a discount on that. And then there is me. If you would love to make your reservation, and I would love to have you. I know I have some people that are going to be watching this on video, on recording, that are out in Europe and things like that. You are welcome to call me or email me. On my website, I do have a link for the trip. Um, and oh, this is for my Bali one that's going to be coming soon. I uh, forgot to change that. So that's a looking forward ahead, looking ahead to 2027. So you can give me a call, you can email me, and that's pretty much it. I really just wanted to give a nice overview of what we're doing. It's pretty straightforward. Um, and if this is calling for you, we'd love to have you. We are limiting it to 12 people, so it's a really nice group. All of our meals will be eaten family style, as a group together. I know I have met so many wonderful people in all of my travels and all of the retreats that I have come to, and I've gone to. So it's always so wonderful for me to go. And I think, especially for me, just it was important not to do a single supplement. So if you have friends who want to join you, you absolutely can join your friends and make it affordable. And that is my very, very, very high tech presentation for this retreat. So, Dawn, I know you are the only one here live. Do you have any questions that you want to ask me? I love how you called me beautiful lady. Thank you this early in the morning. Wait to see if anything. Okay, awesome. So, okay, looks like there's no questions for you, Dawn. Otherwise, I'm just gonna say, like, I hope you're doing okay and all that, and I can't wait to see you at the beach or in the studio soon. Again, I will be holding. Oh, Dawn, thank you so much. Well, we can work with you to get you to win the lottery. We absolutely, well, I'm going to manifest that for you. I'm going to manifest that for everybody. I think we all deserve to win the lottery. Um, but thank you so much for coming on. I will be holding regular sessions with information. And if anybody has questions, I will be sending emails out as I start to get a little bit more of the, sorry that my emails are coming up. As people come in with some of the more frequently asked questions, I'll be doing different little seminars like this. Just keep going, get the information out there. So, Dawn, I want to thank you so much for maybe getting up and having your coffee with me. And if you have any other questions, of course, feel free to call me and feel free to email me with any questions you may have. And I'm looking forward to seeing you, whether it's online, at the studio, or, oh, yeah, that's right, the beach season is coming up here in New York, and maybe we'll get to see each other in El Salvador. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the weekend and the day. Bye now.